It was a sunny morning, and I sat on a tiny red chair in the corner of my new classroom. The walls were painted with rainbows and animals, and there were shelves filled with picture books and crayons. My big brown eyes looked around with wonder, but my fingers nervously twisted the edge of my sleeve. Miss Emma knelt beside me, smiling kindly. "Hi, Arya," she said softly. "Would you like to go on an alphabet adventure with me today?" I nodded, just a little shy. Miss Emma picked up a colourful flipbook and sat with me on the alphabet mat. "Let's start with the letter A," she said, flipping to the first page. There was a big red A and a smiling girl next to it. A is for Alice, who loves apples. She eats a crunchy red apple every morning before school. I giggled. "Like me, I had an apple today, see? You and Alice have something in common already." Miss Emma winked. She turned the page. B is for Ben, who has a big blue balloon that floats so high it almost reached the clouds. My eyes lit up. "Can it carry him to the moon?" "Maybe someday," Miss Emma laughed. "But first, Ben has to finish learning his alphabet too." We continued. Every letter had a new name and a tiny tale. C is for Clara, who has a cat named Cookie. D is for Daniel, who dances in the rain with no umbrella. By the time we reached M, I was bouncing on my seat with excitement. M is for Maya, who makes marvellous mud pies, Miss Emma read. "Ew," I giggled. "Would you eat a mud pie?" Miss Emma pretended to think. "Only if it had chocolate chips." I leaned closer. "What about A for Arya?" I asked. Miss Emma smiled wide. "Of course! Let's add that one in." She took a crayon and wrote next to the red A is for Arya, who asks amazing questions and has a heart full of wonder. I beamed with pride. When we finally reached Z, Zara, who zips around on her scooter, the classroom clock ticked toward lunchtime. "You did so well today, Arya," Miss Emma said. "Do you want to help me tell the stories next time?" I nodded eagerly. "Can I make my own alphabet book?" "Absolutely," Miss Emma replied. "And every page will have a story only you can tell." As I skipped off to join the other children, I looked back at Miss Emma and whispered to myself, "A is for adventure."